Good YouTube. It's Aquarius Leviathan Prophecy, and I just wanted to say, you know, I just wanted to talk about Larry Bird. I just did a video of him, and this was just on my mind. A lot of people, um, criticize criticize Larry Bird for not, you know, playing as long as he did. Obviously, he's a time W. I mean, I said W. He's a three-time NBA champion. He made the NBA All Star 12 or 11 times. I mean, 11 times. He averaged what 27.5 points per game. Um, you know, he he retired in 1992, which was the same year I was born. So yeah. So when he was born, when he retired. I mean, when he retired, obviously I was a baby. So I didn't necessarily see him play. Even though he could have played. I mean, I think he could have played. 3 more years. Going into the 90s, which means that he would have to, you know, meet up with Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously Michael Jordan dominated the 90s. And obviously Larry Bird played through the 80s, throughout the whole 80s. So he didn't necessarily get to play with Michael Jordan. Uh, Or probably he did. I don't know. Y'all can let me know in the comment section. But if not, then there was a lot, heat that came his way. He was a trash talker. You know what I'm saying? Like he was racist, this and that and the third. You know what I'm saying? But I just saw him as a professional basketball player. But my question is, will we ever see another Tom? I mean, will we ever see another Larry Bird in the NBA again? And I said that the closest person to Larry Bird was Dirk Nowitzki of the Dallas Mavericks, number 41. And I said that the only difference between their game is that Dirk wasn't really good defensively. He really wasn't. He wasn't really a great defender, but he could shoot the hell out of that ball. And that's what, I think that's what kept him in the league so long, is because he was a pretty good shooter. Mid range, from the arc, face up, post up, it doesn't really matter. Like he could shoot anywhere. He was like a poor version of Christoph Porzingis. You know, like he necessarily. I mean, I don't really think Dirk got hurt all that much throughout his whole career. You know, despite winning only one championship, which I think that he would have probably won a second one if you know if everything went according to plan. But I just think that Dirk was the closest thing to Larry. A lot of people may not agree, but like I said, I just said that the only difference is Larry Bird was good on both ends of the ball, defense and offense. Dirk was kind of slow. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have fast feet like Larry Bird did. Like Larry Bird was more athletic than him. You know, but in 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 now in retrospect, Larry Bird was just. I mean, Dirk and Larry was just up there. You know, uh, and also Larry Bird did enter the 3-point shooting contest, which I think Dirk did probably. I don't remember Dirk entering. I don't remember Dirk entering the 3-point shooting contest. I think he did. I think he did. I think he did when Allen Iverson was in that shooting contest with Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying? And who also was in there? Kobe, I think, was in there as well. So, but other than that, I think there's never going to be a Larry Bird in the NBA again. You know, the way the NBA is playing today, I don't think his game would match up to what he was, trying to accomplish. Which I think Larry Bird could have won his fourth championship, if he didn't have those back problems. But it is what it is. Like he played. Like like his retirement speech. He had fun. Like there's literally nothing that he could have taken back that I think that would have diminished demise his legacy or his career. He averaged I think 27 points per game. He was 11-time All Star. He was 3-time NBA champion. Could have been 4-time. But like I said, if he would have played during the '90s, which obviously he called it quits, I don't know if he would have won the championship in that era. You know what I'm saying? Because the '80s and the '90s, the way they played, it was similar. But the physicality was just there. It was the same physicality, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You know. I mean, that's what sports is, the what ifs, like what if Larry Bird played, in the '90s? You know what I'm saying? Like, would he be still dominant as he was in the '80s? But, I mean, like I said, I see a lot of his game. Well, actually, I see a lot of Dirk Nowitzki game in him, you know? But the difference is, Dirk wasn't really athletic on both sides of the ball. I mean, yeah, okay, he was athletic on the offensive side of the ball, but when he came to defense, he wasn't really good. He had slow feet. Like he couldn't be his. Like he would always get beat on the post, or actually not on the post, on the drive when like defenders are driving in the basket. Like he would just get beat so much because he had slow feet. You know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't really, react in time. But if you go back and look at Larry Bird's defense, different, totally different. So, in my opinion, no, we will never see another Larry Bird in the NBA again. I mean, I think like people might argue and say, "Oh, what about Luca and KP?" They both played different style of basketball. You know what I'm saying? KP, I could probably see a lot of Dirk and KP. That's Christoph Porzingis. If you don't know who that is, former Nick, fourth round pick. But I see a lot of game. I see a lot of similarities in KP and Dirk Nowitzki. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I had 2K, I would have probably played Blacktop. But obviously, I don't have 2K anymore. I mean, I had 2K16 with Kyrie Irving in the cover, but obviously that's my disc broke when I sat on it. So that was my fault. So I mean, obviously, I wasn't paying attention to where I was sitting, and I heard like a crack. When I looked up, when I looked down, I saw I was sitting on the case. When I opened, it was just cracked in pieces. So, but like I said again, if I had 2K, I would have probably played Blacktop, you know. But anyways, yeah. I mean, I don't think we'll never see another Larry Bird in the NBA again. You know, he was just once in a generation talent, and I mean, it's hard to find talent like that these days. The way the league is going. So y'all can let me know. Will the NBA have another Larry Bird? Now, obviously, they can have another Dirk Nowitzki. You know, I mean, like I said, I see a lot of Dirk in Kristaps Porzingis. But the only thing is, like I said again, KP is better on both ends of the ball. Dirk Nowitzki wasn't. That's the only thing that, he lacked in his game was just defense. I'm not saying that he was a terrible defender, but it's just that he just wasn't, as mobile and as fast as Larry or KP was. You know what I'm saying? Because when KP was with the Knicks, he was just swatting picks. He was just swatting blocks. Balls. Like every single time he was just swat, chase down defender. You know what I'm saying? Like he was tall, but he was a little bit mobile for a dude his size. So y'all can let me know. Will there ever be another Larry Bird in the NBA? Yes or no? If not, why? If so, then who? Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.